You're listening to the One Foot at a Time podcast presented by Drill Right Chemical. We are at the Utility Expo live on the sidelines of the HDD Rodeo with this episode's special guest, Aaron Graff, HDDA Secretary and President of Dakota Utility Contractors.
Hey guys, thanks for joining in today. We're here at the HDD Rodeo in Louisville, Kentucky at the Utility Expo. We've got some guys in the background here they're part of the HDD Rodeo. So you'll see some guys back here working. That's what they're doing. We have special guests with us today, Mr. Aaron Graff. He's the president of Dakota Utility and also the secretary of HDDA. HDDA is a great organization, and we feel that it needs to be brought out to everybody's attention, and that's why we're bringing him here today. We're going to learn a little bit about how he landed in this career, how he got to where he's at, and how he landed sitting here today at our booth. Aaron, tell us a little bit about you.
My name is Aaron Graff. I own Dakota Directional Drilling, and we just had our 25th anniversary this month, September 25th.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so we just celebrated that, so we're excited. So I've been president since day one. I'm fortunate that my wife is the CEO. She's been there since day one also. And then we originally started with my dad. He started in 2000 with us and then retired in about 2012.
Well, that's great. So you've got family works with you, and you guys are a big family company. And,
yep.
I like that, I started off with my dad. He passed away in 2001, and then now my sons are old enough, and they've took interest in the company, became mud engineers. So you know what? I think working with family says a lot. It's tough at times.
It is tough at times, yeah.
But as you know, there's nothing like seeing your kids grow up in the industry and become, leaders in this industry. I
agree totally. So my older brother has worked for us over 20 years now. We've got two sons that work for us currently, or that I say currently. They started about 3 years ago when they got out of college and stuff. So they're looking forward to this being their full-time career and where they're going to stay and end up retiring with.
That's great. Yeah, even my mom, she's retired, but she still comes in and she works in the label room a few hours a week. And my brother's mud engineering with us. I mean, I think it's great when you have family that's, you've developed a company that everybody is interested in and takes apart.
It is nice because you have that trust.
Yes.
I even have one of my nephews that works for us, and it's just great.
Yeah.
So family's really important.
Aaron, what's the first job that you remember taking on the responsibility when you guys first started? Like what did your day-to-day operation look like?
So when we started back in 2000, it was my dad and I. He was the operator, I was a locator. So at that time, we were just following one company from state to state. We actually started in Indianapolis, Indiana. So it was a little bit easier because we were able to concentrate on just doing the bores, right? It's just the two of us working. They told us where to go, where to set up. So we just focused on that. I guess one of the bigger challenges was as we started to grow in about 2007-8, and we added, I think at that time we got up to like 7 or 8 machines.
Yep.
And that was probably one of the biggest challenges I had personally for trying to figure out how to step back from the day-to-day operations in the field to
I know what you're saying.
Taking ownership of staying ahead of the crews, keeping work ahead instead of just concentrating on the current jobs. I think it was difficult to pull myself back because that's what I want to do, and that's what I was good at. Yeah. I didn't think there's anybody better.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to not want to be.
Don't we all think we're the best?
Yeah,
every driller out there thinks they're the best. I love it.
I did. And, I was like, no one can replace me. I'm the best locator at what I do.
Exactly.
So that was a challenge, is to figure out what I really needed to be doing as the owner and stepping back and having other people take my place in the field.
Well, you guys have obviously did a great job. You've grown through the years. You guys have a great business. You've got great leadership in your company, and anybody that deals with you is glad they feel like they've accomplished something, especially if they start to work with you guys. So that's a lot to be said, because it's always been up and down business through the years.
Oh,
and
yes.
You guys have stayed steady through it and made it through hard times and got to where you're at today. It's good. Congrats on that.
Thank you, Dennis.
So how do you balance ownership and staying hands-on? Because I know that's a challenge, because I'm in the middle of that as well, and it's hard to step back and just watch the guys, let them grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, to be honest with you, have some struggles on jobs or on a drill. It is hard. Balancing that is, because you always want to be out there. It's easier for me to just go out there. That'd be the easy way out. Is just jump on another rig and stay out there and concentrate on drilling. That would be, for me, the easy way out. But it's actually harder to step back and let the guys do things differently, right? Not everybody does it the same way, and I always thought my way is the best. I still do, but anyway, letting them do their thing, and it is, a lot of times they have better ways.
Oh yeah. So, and you have to listen for that.
You do have to listen for that.
That's what makes you a better leader, because I don't know how you are, but I know we've got kids about the same age, and they come up with ideas. They come up with new technology. They're following new technology way better than the guys that's been in the industry the longest. And I learn something new every day.
Yep, I agree with you.
They're getting started back here, so y'all may hear them talking there in the background. But everybody's getting ready.
But back to that question. So again, we started in 2000. We celebrated our 25th. Company anniversary. I've actually been more or less in the office longer since 2012 than I was in the field.
Wow,
that's kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
I've actually been away from the actual day-to-day field operations of things longer than I was in it.
How has the company grown or evolved since you stepped into your current role? Have you seen it? Because for myself, I've seen it really. Once you let the guys do what they know how to do and just step back, it seems to just work.
Yeah, it does. I agree with you. Again, when we stumbled, or I stumbled personally in growth when we got up to about 7 or 8 machines. And then we got up to about 13 or 14, and I said, all right, that's it. I'm not going to get any bigger. I'm done with growth.
Right.
And then next thing you know, we're up to 24 directional rigs and one auger crew and a couple of hydrovacs, and
it's awesome the way that happens.
But to your point, it's the only way you can do it. Is if you got to find that balance of stepping back and letting the young guys and new ideas come through.
And there's nothing like watching a guy come on into your organization and grow and become like outstanding, because I love watching people succeed.
Yeah.
And success is different to everybody. Success to a guy that's on the drill, when he gets it down to where it's just second nature to him, and he started with you when he didn't even know what a drill was.
Exactly.
To watch that evolve, to me, is just awesome.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of great guys in the field, and they wasn't all where they're at, and watch these guys become successful in what they're doing. Just, it says a lot about you, a lot about your organization, and hats off to you on that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. Tell me about HDDA. What's your role in HDDA? Give us a little bit about this, because I think this is a great organization, and we stand behind it, and we believe that it's a great organization for contractors, vendors, everybody to get involved in.
Totally agree with you. I think it's great also for, like you said, contractors and vendors. Our mission statement says a lot about where, exactly what we're going towards. It's just a great association on the contractor side. We're trying to get the OQ qualifications, safety handbook, not handbooks, but
Yep.
all the safety stuff that's needed to be directed towards HDDA or HDD. And it's just going to keep evolving. After we accomplish one goal, we'll move on to another one
Yep.
and another and another. So, and it's just over directional drilling, which is fabulous and needed. Like the OQ qualifications that we have to go through, even though we're doing the directional drilling on projects, and it's unrelated to us, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense, and it's hard for our guys to even go through those OQ qualifications. But we're going to try to establish some directed towards HDD.
I see these guys, and I watch these companies, especially contractors, and because you started from ground up, you don't really, there's some of the stuff like safety procedures and things like that you don't really get put in place at all, probably till you're 5 years in, you know?
Right.
And you got to learn to ride them, you got to learn to get them implemented, and it's a growing, it's something you grow and learn. And I think what really intrigued me about this organization is that you guys are trying to put something together to help these guys that's 1 year in, 6 months in, that's making all the mistakes in the world. They're struggling. They don't know, they're struggling with how to bid a job. They're struggling with, how to even run their job properly. And they're, stumbling, picking up. Some of them's doing good, some of them struggling. But if you can get in their hands some safety procedures, and, how to minimize cut utilities, get things like that in their hands at year 1, year 2. I mean, I think it can really turn this whole industry into a better situation than what we've had.
Yeah, like I said, we have 25 years of experience in it, just ourselves at Dakota. And we've obviously seen and done a lot of right and wrong, right?
Yep.
So having the way the board's set up right now, there's so much directional drilling experience on that board. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
You got guys that have been in the industry for 30, 40 years,
Well, you guys are doing an awesome job with it, and we want to support you any way we can. And just keep that going, because, some of the things that get started in this industry fall on its face because people lose interest, or it just goes away. And I really see this as being kind of a critical part of the industry, 5-10 years from now.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of people pushing for the contractors out there.
No, kudos to Robert Myers. He does a lot for the association and is really driving being the president. He's doing a fabulous role in that, as being the president. He's promoting it. He's keeping everybody on track. I'm the secretary of the HDDA, and I'm privileged to have a president like Robert in that association, driving it and showing us which direction to go. Because at first, when I first joined and then got nominated to be secretary, I was kind of just trying to figure out, what are we doing? What role? Where are we taking this? And it's just going to go get better and better all the time.
Well, you guys are definitely putting together an A team, because every one of you guys that are involved in that are like just kicking butt in every direction in this industry, and that's what these new guys coming up need. They need the mentorship. They need to be able to look at you guys, just to have your number for guys to reach out to you and say, hey, Aaron, how do I get this involved in my company, or what's your suggestion for helping me? I've fallen on my face. Help me out here.
Even for us. Even for me, like that's another big plus for the HDDA is you're now meeting people. We knew you, but we got to meet you and know you better. So that's a great thing on the vendor to contractor side, is getting to actually see people that you talk to or you've heard about. So that's great. And then the vendors, they're going to be able to promote stuff on our website. So that's going to be nice when they have something new come out. They'll be able to release that on the website.
I'll tell you something that just kind of floored me a little bit. I'm in the mud business, okay? Mm-hmm. Well, we have competition, okay? There's other guys that's in the mud business. And when I was skeptical about being a part of HDDA, because I was like, man, it's, there's no way we're all going to get along.
Play nice.
Yeah. And went to the first meeting that I went to, every one of our competition was there. And everybody was just like, setting their differences aside. It wasn't about pushing a product. It wasn't about anything personal. We were just there to help do our part to try to help this industry, and I loved it. I was like,
I had the same hesitations.
yeah,
I really did, and even to the point where they were wanting to nominate me to be on the secretary or on the board, I was still kind of hesitant, like trying to figure out, man, what are we doing this for? Is it just to plug individual businesses and stuff? And you hit it on the head, Dennis. Said it's been nothing but positive.
Yeah.
Getting to know other drilling companies, talking to these guys, running ideas past them. Because everybody's going to get in trouble no matter what you have. You have a 1015, do you have a $1 million rig? You're going to have problems.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what, you just will. So having some other drilling companies or drillers and then vendors, mud guys, whoever to bounce ideas with, and everybody's open to it, it's been just fabulous.
We named this podcast 1 Foot at a Time, because if there's one thing everybody has in common in this industry, I mean, what you've done in your family and your life has been done 1 foot at a time, Everybody in this industry, where they're at, everything they've accomplished, we all did it 1 foot at a time.
Yeah.
And so having this organization that we can all just be there for each other and be good people to each other.
Yeah.
It's just great.
It's been really good. I'm just shocked at how open-minded people are to, if you have a problem, to actually bounce the ideas off, and they'll actually help you. So, really good.
I've been impressed with the amount of great people that you've brought into your organization, Dakota Utility. Mm-hmm. And when you're hiring people, what do you look for? What do you try to find somebody that knows nothing and bring them up? That way you can teach them your way?
Yeah, to be honest with you, we really do. Currently, experienced drillers or foremen or supervisors in our company, I'm trying to think, that came in with experience, I probably have 2 out of the 24.
Yeah.
So the rest of them have been in-house trained. It's not that we won't hire people that have previous experience somewhere else, but to be fair, we do look for younger guys, or it doesn't have to be even younger, just guys that will take on impressionable guys that we can train, that are open-minded. And
take care of your stuff. Just be good people out there,
Just
get done what they can get done.
You're going to have to work, right? So there is some physical demands to it, but it's nothing too crazy, right? I mean, heaven forbid you got to dig a 2-foot hole with a shovel. It's about as most physical labor you have to do out on the job site, because a lot of it's with excavators or the bore machines. Or
I see guys a lot of times, and I try to stress to our guys too, if you get into a situation, just make a decision, because a lot of guys will sit there and they just won't make that decision. They can't get a hold of you, or they can't get a hold of whoever they're needing. I'm like, even if it's a wrong decision, make a decision.
Yeah.
I tell our guys all the time, if you make a wrong decision, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm behind you. We'll fix it, but make a decision out there. Let's don't get stumbled and stuck, and just keep going,
Yeah, exactly right.
This whole industry's evolved from learning from mistakes,
But it's a great industry to get into, though. Like, it's fun. Get a lot of accomplishments when you finish bores. It's just neat. You're going to run into different challenges every day, so it's not going to be something you necessarily can get bored with, because you're going to have different challenges.
All right, you've been out there in the field, and I know how I feel. I want to see how you feel. When it becomes you're on a big bore, and you've been on this bore for a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, and it comes pipe pull day. Tell me about pipe pull day.
You get nervous. Yeah, it's a nerve-wracking day from the day I was in the field, and it was my bore. I located it and helped do the reaming process and getting ready to pull. Yeah, it's an exciting day. It's funny now that when we're doing, even on smaller bores, but especially our big bores with the 330 or what have you, I don't call my guys when we're pulling pipe that day, because you got to leave them alone.
Oh yeah,
it's a nerving, fun, and a little bit stressful day.
Everybody,
no matter
out
what,
there,
no matter what. Even if you know, it's a good hole. You still just get a little excited and little nervous about it,
Yeah.
but it's exciting.
I
It's
love
fun.
pipe pull day. Even for me, when I come in, like a lot of times I'll come in just to take some pictures at pipe pull day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pipe pull day to me, even if it's I haven't been there for the whole bore. If I'm there for pipe pull day, it's like adrenaline.
Oh, yeah.
like
It is.
especially you're halfway through and pressures go up and you're like, oh crap, I hope this works.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, when you get it pulled in, and everybody's high fiving, and
It's exciting.
yeah, it's great. I love
And
pipe
that's what
pull
I miss
day.
the most. I truly, that accomplishment of getting a bore done successfully, that was something that I still miss, and I've missed since 2012ish when I came out of the field. It's hard to replace that, because
What do you think about where technology has came from in the days you started to where it's at?
yeah, we always joke around that one of these days you're not even gonna have to have an operator on the machine anymore. I mean, you're always going to need that and want to have a physical person on there, but they do. It's amazing the technology that they came from back when I had my first 2440A to now, that all you got to do is close the front vise, and then the rig will take the gearbox back and load the next rod and even spin it on and stop, wait for you to push another button and let it go again. So it's evolved, and it's going to continue to evolve, and but it's going in positive directions. Even the mud.
Yeah.
The mud from when we started, there are drilling additives from when we started.
We're all just learning,
amazing.
Every day we're all just getting a little better. Rigs are getting a little better. The locate systems are just they still blow my mind, because I'm like you. I never was the operator. I can get on a rig and get you through a bore, but I never did like sitting on a piece of equipment all day. I was out front. I was I loved locating.
Yep,
That was my forte. Especially challenging bores. Got to be at a certain spot here and turn this corner. I love that stuff.
Same.
And watching these guys do these intersect bores, where that technology, because I remember when it first started and they were trying it, and there were so many failures, and guys would be trying to intersect for days. Now it's like they don't even worry about it.
No.
They get out there, and the technology is so good. These guys are just like,
They do it yeah. I mean, we've got we're fortunate to have a couple really good wireline steer hands, and when we do have to do intersects, they're like, yeah, we'll get it, we're good. 120, 30, 40, 50 feet deep.
yeah,
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They hit it. And I'm like, well, you think you'll hit it pretty close to, like, head on? And they're like, oh, yeah, we're good. I got it. So, yes, to your point, that's always amazing to me as well.
What does it mean? You've been coming to these shows for a long time. What does it mean? This is, my opinion, is probably the best show for HDDs.
Yep.
And what does it mean for you and your crew when you guys come to the Utility Expo?
Yeah, we love it. We like going to this one. I think it's the best as well. And then, of course, the Con Expo. But this one really, if you're in an industry like the directional drilling industry, it's almost you have to come to these, because this is where you learn what's out there, new technology releases, like new equipment releases. So I don't see personally how you don't come to these and see what's there and meet people and see what's going on.
Oh yeah. Well, you've been in this industry a long time, and you know that right now we need these young guys to get involved.
Yes.
If you have any advice, anything you would say to a younger guy that is on the fence, he's in high school, he's coming out of college, whatever, or he's maybe just looking to for a career change, what advice would you give to somebody about maybe taking a chance and stepping off into HDD?
I've never regretted being in it. You've got some tough times, but you're going to have tough times in every job, right?
Yep.
Good thing about being in the HDD industry is you're going to drill in different locations, different cities. You're going to have different challenges every day.
Yep.
So you're not going to be stagnant, working in a factory, sitting at one station all day long. You get to move around. You get to enjoy, the outdoors. Unless you just obviously go into the office. But yeah, you get enjoying the outdoors like a beautiful day like today.
Oh, yeah.
And what these guys are about to do, they're all excited. If you look behind us and watch these guys, they're about to drill these little 300-foot pilots out. They're excited. They've been pacing these bores for the last hour, and they know what they're doing. And they've been doing it. I guarantee these guys have 10 plus years of experience if you went and asked them.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, the first
But they're excited. They got little nerves going right now, and it's something about drilling that people are always intrigued with, and it's fascinating. It's a great industry. It's exciting.
Well, Aaron, I want to thank you for sitting down with us today. I want to thank you for what you're doing with HDDA, stepping out, doing your part, because you don't get paid for it. It's something that you're doing because you love this industry and you want to see it succeed. So I want to thank you for that. Thank you for taking a chance, sitting down with us today, and sharing your life a little bit and sharing the HDD side, HDDA side.
Well, thank you for the invite.
Yep.
I appreciate it with you guys. Enjoyed it. Really enjoyed using you guys out in the field, your companies.
We appreciate that.
You got great people as well, so we're excited with that relationship, and we appreciate the invite. And as far as HDDA, so we do have a fall conference coming up, October 26th-ish. I should have the dates. October 26th, 28th, and it's at Horseshoe Bay in just outside of Austin, Texas. Again, great place for contractors and vendors, everybody to get together that's in the industry. For Dakota, again, it's a good social event. We have great social activities coming up. We have some really good speakers.
Sean Patton.
Yes, Sean Patton's going to be there to speak.
Insurance guy.
Yes, because we all believe insurance has become quite the issue for us all right now as contractors. So we're going to be...
Tournament.
What's that?
Putt-putt tournament.
Yeah, we're going to have the putt-putt tournament. So it's just a great place. And again, this is what it's about, is so you get to meet people. It's a meet and greet. And then we're going to have some really good speakers. And we've really been working on a new website and website designs, but you can look it up at HDDA.us.
Great. And if somebody wants to check out your company, where do they go?
DakotaUtility.com.
DakotaUtility.com.
Yep.
Well, Aaron, thank you for joining us today. It's been great, and look forward to doing more in the future.
Yes, thank you, Dennis.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you on the road somewhere.
Yes, thank you.